Welcome back to Easy English Talk Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Easy English Talk Podcast. I am Ryan, and it is wonderful to have you here with us today. Hey, Priya, how has your day been going so far?
Hi, Ryan. My day has been really good. Thank you for asking. I have been thinking about today's topic, and I'm quite excited about it. How about you? How has your morning been?
It has been great, thanks. I have been preparing for this conversation, and I think our listeners are going to find this really helpful. So, before we begin, I want to ask our wonderful listeners, where are you watching or listening from right now?
Yes, we would love to know. Are you at home, on your way to work, or maybe taking a break somewhere? Please let us know in the comments below. We read every single comment.
And also, we really want to hear from you about something important. Is this podcast helping you improve your English? Is it making your learning journey easier and more enjoyable?
Your feedback truly matters to us and helps us create better content for you. So please share your thoughts, your progress, and your experiences with us in the comments.
Absolutely. Your support and your stories inspire us to keep creating these conversations every single week. So thank you for being here and for being part of this amazing community. Today, we are discussing how to learn English in 3 months with a simple daily plan.
And I know that sounds like a big promise, right? 3 months can seem like a short time to make real progress in English. But we are going to show you exactly how it is possible with the right approach and consistent daily actions.
Exactly. If you clicked on this episode, you probably want to improve your English faster, and you are looking for a clear, practical plan that actually works. By the end of this conversation, you will have a complete daily routine that you can start using immediately to see real results in just 3 months.
Yes, and we will break everything down into simple, manageable steps. This is not about studying for hours every day or feeling overwhelmed. This is about smart, focused practice that fits into your real life and creates genuine progress.
Perfect. So let us start by talking about why most people struggle to improve their English, even when they study regularly. Priya, what do you think is the biggest problem people face?
The biggest problem is lack of a clear plan. Most people study randomly. One day they watch a video, the next day they do grammar exercises, then maybe they read something. There's no structure, no consistency, no clear direction. So they work hard but do not see much progress.
Right. They are busy but not effective. They feel like they are studying, but the activities are not connected to each other. So the learning does not build properly, and they forget things quickly.
Exactly. And another big problem is that people focus too much on just one skill. Maybe they only do grammar exercises, or they only watch videos. But English is about listening, speaking, reading, writing, vocabulary, and pronunciation, all working together. If you only practice one area, your English stays unbalanced.
So you might know a lot of grammar rules, but cannot speak fluently. Or you can understand videos, but cannot write a clear email. That imbalance stops you from using English confidently in real situations.
Yes, and the third problem is unrealistic expectations. People want to become fluent in a few weeks without putting in consistent effort. When they don't see instant results, they get discouraged and give up. But language learning is like building muscle. It takes time and regular practice.
So they quit too early, right before they would have started seeing real progress. They don't understand that improvement happens gradually, not suddenly. You don't wake up one day magically fluent. You get better little by little each day.
Exactly. And here's another issue. Many people study passively. They watch videos or read articles, but they don't actively engage. They are consuming English, not practicing it. Real learning happens when you actively use the language yourself.
So watching is good, but you also need to speak, write, repeat, and practice. You need to move the language from your eyes and ears into your mouth and hands. That active practice is what creates real skill.
Yes, and one more problem is studying things that are too difficult or too easy. If the material is way above your level, you feel frustrated and confused. If it's way below your level, you get bored and don't learn anything new. You need material that challenges you just the right amount.
So it should be slightly difficult, but still understandable. You should understand maybe 70 to 80%, and the other 20 to 30% is new learning. That balance keeps you engaged and progressing.
Exactly. So those are the main problems. No clear plan, focusing on only one skill, unrealistic expectations, passive studying, and wrong difficulty level. If you avoid these mistakes, you are already ahead of most learners.
Perfect. So now let us talk about the solution. How do you actually learn English effectively in 3 months? What is the daily plan that makes this possible?
The key is having a balanced daily routine that covers all the important skills in small, focused sessions. You're going to practice every day, but each session is short and specific. This keeps you consistent without feeling overwhelmed.
So we are talking about maybe 30 to 60 minutes total per day, broken into smaller activities, not 3 hours of intense study, just focused, regular practice that fits into a normal busy life.
Exactly. And the plan has 5 main daily activities that you do in the same order every day. This creates a routine that becomes automatic. You don't waste energy deciding what to study. You just follow your routine.
I love that. So what is the first daily activity?
The first activity is 10 minutes of listening practice with active attention. Choose something at your level: a podcast, a short video, a conversation, anything with clear speech. But here's the important part. Don't just listen passively. Listen with focus. Try to catch every word, every meaning.
So you are training your ear and your concentration at the same time. And it's only 10 minutes, so you can stay really focused for that whole time. What should people listen to specifically?
For beginners, children's stories or slow English podcasts work well. For intermediate learners, regular podcasts like this one, news and easy English or interviews. For advanced learners, normal speed content like TED Talks or documentaries. The key is choosing something you find interesting, not boring.
Right, because if you are interested, you stay focused. If you are bored, your mind wanders and you don't really learn. So pick topics you genuinely care about.
Exactly. And after listening, spend 1 minute summarizing what you heard in your own words, out loud. This forces your brain to process the information actively, not just let it pass through.
So you are immediately using what you just learned. That is smart. Okay, so that's 10 minutes of focused listening. What is the second daily activity?
The second activity is 10 minutes of vocabulary building, but not random vocabulary. Focus on theme-based words. Each week, choose one theme like food, travel, emotions, business, health, whatever is relevant to your life and goals.
So instead of learning scattered words from different topics, you go deep into one theme for a whole week. That creates strong connections in your brain and makes the words easier to remember and use.
Exactly. And here's how to practice those words effectively. Don't just read definitions. Use each new word in 3 different sentences that relate to your own life. Write them down or say them out loud. This makes the words personal and memorable.
So if you learn the word frustrated, you might say, I felt frustrated yesterday when my internet stopped working. Or my friend gets frustrated when people are late. You connect the words to real experiences.
Yes, and also learn words in chunks, not alone. Don't just learn happy. Learn I am happy to see you, or that makes me happy. These phrases are how we actually use words in conversation.
So you're learning natural English, not textbook English. That's much more useful for real communication. Okay, so 10 minutes of themed vocabulary with personal sentences. What is the third activity?
The third activity is 15 minutes of speaking practice. And yes, even if you study alone, you can practice speaking. There are several ways to do this effectively.
Can you give some specific examples? Because I think many people say, I have nobody to practice with, so I cannot improve my speaking. But that is not true, right?
Not true at all. First method, shadowing. Play audio of a native speaker and repeat what they say immediately after, trying to match their pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. This trains your mouth and your ear at the same time.
So you are copying native speakers like an actor copying a script. This helps you sound more natural and fluent. What is another method?
Second method, self-talk. Describe what you are doing right now, out loud, in English. I am sitting at my desk. I am thinking about dinner. I need to call my friend later. This makes English part of your daily life, not just a study activity.
So you are thinking in English instead of translating from your native language. That is a huge step toward fluency. What else can people do?
Third method, record yourself. Choose a topic, talk about it for 2 or 3 minutes, and record it on your phone. Then listen back. You will notice your mistakes, your pauses, your pronunciation issues. This awareness helps you improve faster.
And over time, you can compare old recordings to new ones and actually hear your progress. That is very motivating. Any other speaking practice ideas?
Yes, use language exchange apps or online conversation partners. Even 15 minutes twice a week with a real person makes a huge difference. You get immediate feedback and real conversation practice.
Perfect. So 15 minutes of active speaking practice using shadowing, self-talk, recording, or conversation partners. That is the third activity. What is the fourth one?
The fourth activity is 10 minutes of reading with purpose. Choose something appropriate for your level and read it carefully. But do not just read passively. Engage with the text actively.
What does that mean, engage actively? How do you read with purpose?
First, before you read, look at the title and any images and predict what the text will be about. This activates your brain and prepares you to understand better. Then, as you read, underline or highlight phrases you want to remember, not just individual words.
So you are looking for useful expressions you can use yourself. Things like, on the other hand, it depends on, I would recommend, phrases that appear in real communication.
Exactly. And after reading, summarize the main idea in 2 or 3 sentences using your own words. This proves you truly understood, not just recognized words.
So reading becomes active learning, not passive entertainment. You are building comprehension skills and collecting useful language at the same time. What kind of reading material works best?
For beginners, graded readers or simple news articles. For intermediate, blog posts, magazine articles, or short stories. For advanced, novels, opinion pieces, or professional articles in your field. Again, choose topics that interest you personally.
So that is 10 minutes of purposeful reading. We have listening, vocabulary, speaking, and reading. What is the 5th and final daily activity?
The 5th activity is 5 to 10 minutes of writing practice. And this does not mean writing essays. Just write 2 or 3 sentences about your day, your thoughts, or your opinions. Keep a simple English journal.
So it is low pressure, but very effective. You are using the vocabulary and grammar you know to express real thoughts. And over 3 months, you will have written hundreds of sentences. That builds real skill.
Exactly. And here's a great technique. Use new words or phrases you learned that day in your journal entry. This reinforces your vocabulary learning and shows you how to use new language in context.
So everything connects together. The vocabulary you learned in Activity 2 appears in your writing in Activity 5. The phrases you read in Activity 4 show up in your speaking in Activity 3. It all builds on itself.
Yes, and that is why this plan works so well. Nothing is isolated. Every activity supports the others. Your English develops as a complete system, not separate skills.
Perfect. So let me summarize the daily plan so far. 10 minutes listening with focus, 10 minutes themed vocabulary with personal sentences, 15 minutes speaking practice, 10 minutes purposeful reading, 5 to 10 minutes journal writing. That is about 50 to 60 minutes total, all building on each other.
Exactly. And here's what's beautiful. You can adjust the times based on your schedule. If you only have 30 minutes, do 5 minutes of each. If you have more time, do longer sessions. The structure stays the same.
So it is flexible but consistent. You do these 5 activities every day in the same order, and your brain starts expecting this routine. It becomes a habit, not a struggle.
Yes, and consistency is more important than length. 30 minutes every single day for 3 months beats 3 hours once a week. Regular practice creates permanent learning.
Absolutely. So now let us talk about how to organize these 3 months strategically. Should people focus on different things each month or keep doing the same routine?
Great question. The daily routine stays the same, but you increase the difficulty and complexity gradually. Month 1 is foundation. Month 2 is expansion. Month 3 is refinement and real-world application.
Can you explain what each month looks like specifically?
Sure. In month 1, focus on building basic confidence and routine. Choose easier materials, be patient with mistakes, and just establish the daily habit. Your goal is consistency, not perfection. Do your 5 activities every day, even if they feel simple.
So you are training yourself to show up every day. You are building the discipline and the routine. And even if your English is not improving dramatically yet, you are creating the foundation for future growth.
Exactly. And also in month 1, focus on the most common, useful vocabulary and expressions. Do not try to learn everything. Learn the words and phrases you will actually use in your daily life and conversations.
So practical, relevant language, not rare vocabulary you will never need. What about month 2?
In month 2, increase the difficulty slightly. Choose faster listening materials, read longer texts, speak about more complex topics. Your brain is ready for more challenge now. Push yourself a bit more.
So you are building on the foundation from month 1. You have the routine, now you make it harder. What else changes in month 2?
In month 2, start focusing on your specific goals. If you need English for work, study business vocabulary and professional communication. If you need it for travel, focus on practical travel situations and conversations. Make your practice relevant to your real needs.
So the plan becomes more personalized. You are not just learning general English anymore. You are learning the English you actually need in your life. That makes it much more motivating and useful.
Exactly. And in month 2, also start finding patterns in the language. Notice how questions are formed, how tenses work naturally in conversation, how native speakers connect their ideas. You're moving from memorizing to understanding.
So you are becoming more aware of how English actually works, not just individual words and rules. That is when real fluency starts to develop. What about month 3?
Month 3 is about refinement and real application. Keep your daily routine, but now add real-world challenges. Have actual conversations with native speakers or other learners. Write real emails or messages. Listen to regular speed, authentic content like podcasts or news.
So you are testing your skills in real situations, not just practice situations. This shows you what you can do and what you still need to work on.
Yes, and this is where you see how much you have actually progressed. Things that seemed impossible in month 1 are now comfortable in month 3. You can understand much more, express yourself more clearly, and communicate more confidently.
And that visible progress is so motivating. You have proof that the daily plan is working. What else should people focus on in month 3?
In month 3, work on fluency and naturalness. Do not worry so much about perfect grammar. Focus on speaking smoothly, using natural expressions, sounding more like a native speaker. Quality of communication matters more than perfect accuracy.
So you are polishing your English, making it sound more natural and confident. You have the foundation, you have the skills, now you are refining how you use them.
Exactly. And by the end of month 3, you should be able to have basic conversations, understand most everyday English, express your thoughts clearly, and read and write simple texts. That is real functional English ability.
That is impressive progress for 3 months. But I think some people might be thinking, this sounds great, but will I really stick to it every day for 3 months? How do you stay consistent?
That is the key question. Consistency is everything. Here are some practical tips. First, do your English practice at the same time every day. Maybe every morning with coffee or every evening before bed. When it happens at the same time, it becomes automatic.
So you are using the power of routine and habit. Your brain expects English practice at that time, so you don't have to force yourself. It just becomes what you do.
Exactly. Second tip, start very small if needed. If 60 minutes feels overwhelming, start with just 20 minutes. Do 4 minutes of each activity. Something is better than nothing, and small starts build into bigger habits.
So lower the barrier to entry. Make it so easy you cannot say no. Then, once the habit is solid, you can gradually increase the time.
Yes, and third tip, track your progress visually. Use a calendar and mark each day you complete your practice. Seeing that chain of successful days motivates you to keep it going. You do not want to break the chain.
So you create visible accountability for yourself. That is powerful. What else helps people stay consistent?
Fourth tip, have a backup plan for busy days. Maybe you have a 15-minute minimal version of your routine for days when you are really busy or tired. This keeps the habit alive even on difficult days.
So you never go to zero. Even on your worst day, you do something in English. That maintains the momentum and prevents giving up.
Exactly. And fifth tip, find an accountability partner. Tell someone about your 3-month goal. Check in with them weekly. When someone else knows your commitment, you are more likely to follow through.
So you add social accountability to self-accountability. That combination is very effective. Any other tips for staying consistent?
Yes, celebrate small wins. At the end of each week, acknowledge your progress. I practiced 6 days this week. I learned 30 new words. I had my first real conversation in English. These celebrations keep you motivated.
So you are focusing on what you achieved, not what you still lack. That positive focus creates energy to continue. I love that.
And one more important thing, be kind to yourself when you miss a day. Do not use one missed day as an excuse to quit completely. Just start again the next day. Perfection is not required. Consistency over time is what matters.
So if you miss 1 day out of 90, you still practiced 89 days. That is amazing and will create real results. Do not let perfectionism destroy good progress.
Exactly. And now let us talk about some bonus strategies that can accelerate your progress even more during these 3 months.
Great. What kind of bonus strategies are we talking about?
First bonus strategy, change your phone and computer language to English. This gives you constant passive exposure throughout the day. You will learn practical vocabulary naturally just by using your devices.
So every notification, every menu, every button is teaching you English without extra study time. That is brilliant and costs nothing. What else?
Second bonus strategy, think in English throughout your day. When you see something, name it in English in your mind. When you have a thought, try to think it in English. This builds your internal English voice.
So you are creating an English thinking habit. Eventually, this becomes automatic, and you stop translating in your head. That's when real fluency begins.
Exactly. Third bonus strategy, watch shows or movies you already know well in your native language, but watch them in English. Because you already know the story, you can focus completely on understanding the English without getting lost.
So the familiar story supports your comprehension. You can follow the plot and learn the language at the same time. That is smart.
Yes. And fourth bonus strategy,
Join online English learning communities. Reddit, Facebook groups, Discord servers, anywhere English learners gather. Read their posts, ask questions, share your progress. This adds social connection to your learning.
So you are learning with others, not alone. You can get answers to questions, find study partners, and stay motivated by seeing others' progress. Community makes everything easier.
Exactly. And fifth bonus strategy, use spaced repetition apps for vocabulary. Apps like Anki help you review words at the perfect time for long-term memory. This makes your vocabulary learning much more efficient.
So technology supports your learning. You're not relying only on willpower and memory. You're using tools that make learning easier and more effective.
Yes, and here's one more bonus strategy. Teach what you learn. When you learn a new grammar point or vocabulary theme, explain it to someone else, or write about it, or make a video. Teaching forces deep understanding.
So you are not just consuming information, you're processing it deeply enough to explain it. That creates the strongest possible learning. I love that.
Exactly. So those bonus strategies can enhance your daily plan and accelerate your progress even more. But remember, the core 5 activities are most important. Bonus strategies are extra, not essential.
Right. Do not overwhelm yourself with too many things. Master the basic daily routine first, then add bonus strategies if you want. Quality over quantity.
Exactly. And now let us address some common questions and concerns people might have about this 3-month plan.
Good idea. What questions do people usually ask?
First question, what if I am a complete beginner? Can I still follow this plan? And the answer is absolutely yes. Just choose materials at your level. Use slow, clear English for listening. Use basic vocabulary themes. Use simple text for reading. The structure works for all levels.
So it is the same plan, just adjusted for your starting point. A beginner and an advanced learner follow the same routine, just with different materials.
Exactly. Second question, what if I miss several days? Should I give up? No, absolutely not. Just start again. Even if you only practice 50 days out of 90, that is still 50 days of progress. Something is always better than nothing.
So persistence matters more than perfection. Keep coming back, keep trying, keep practicing. Progress happens even with imperfect consistency.
Yes. And third question, can I really become fluent in 3 months? And the honest answer is, it depends on your definition of fluent and your starting level. Will you be perfect? No. Will you improve significantly? Absolutely yes.
So manage expectations. 3 months of focused daily practice creates real, visible progress. You will communicate better, understand more, express yourself more clearly. But native-level fluency takes years, not months.
Exactly. Think of these 3 months as a strong foundation and significant improvement, not complete mastery. You are starting a journey, and 3 months takes you far along that path.
Perfect. And fourth question, how do I know if I am actually improving? What are the signs of progress?
Great question. Signs of progress include understanding more of what you hear without translating, thinking of words and phrases faster when speaking, reading more smoothly without stopping constantly, making fewer grammar mistakes naturally, and feeling more confident using English.
So it is not just about test scores or perfect grammar. It is about using English more easily and naturally in real situations. That practical improvement is what matters most.
Exactly. And you can measure progress by recording yourself speaking in week 1, then again in week 12. Compare them. The difference will amaze you.
So you create your own evidence of progress. That is very motivating and shows you exactly how far you have come.
Yes. And final question. What happens after 3 months? Do I stop? No, you keep going. By then, the routine is a habit. You enjoy it. So you continue, maybe adjusting your goals or focus areas, but you keep practicing daily.
So 3 months is the beginning, not the end. You build the habit in 3 months, then you maintain it for life. That is how you achieve long-term fluency.
Exactly. English becomes part of your daily life, not a temporary project. And that is when real mastery happens over time.
Perfect. So let us wrap up this conversation by summarizing the key points we have covered today.
Yes, great idea. So the main insight is that learning English in 3 months is absolutely possible, with a clear daily plan and consistent practice. It is not about talent or luck. It is about having the right structure and following it daily.
Right. And the daily plan has 5 core activities. 10 minutes of focused listening, 10 minutes of themed vocabulary with personal sentences, 15 minutes of speaking practice through shadowing, self-talk, or conversation, 10 minutes of purposeful reading, and 5 to 10 minutes of journal writing.
Exactly. These activities total about 50 to 60 minutes per day, but they can be adjusted to fit your schedule. The key is doing all 5 activities every single day to build balanced skills.
And the 3 months are structured strategically. Month 1 builds foundation and routine. Month 2 expands difficulty and personalizes to your goals. Month 3 refines skills and applies them in real situations.
Yes, and staying consistent is supported by practicing at the same time daily, starting small if needed, tracking progress visually, having a backup plan for busy days, finding an accountability partner, and celebrating small wins.
Right. And bonus strategies like changing device language to English, thinking in English throughout the day, watching familiar shows in English, joining online communities, using spaced repetition apps, and teaching what you learn can accelerate progress even more.
Exactly. And the most important message is that progress comes from consistency, not perfection. Even imperfect daily practice creates real results. Just keep showing up, and you will improve.
So if you are listening to this and feeling motivated to start your 3-month journey, I encourage you to begin today. Do not wait for Monday or next month. Start with just 1 session today and build from there.
Yes, and remember, thousands of people have improved their English significantly in 3 months using plans like this. You can be one of them. You just need to commit to the process and trust that daily practice creates real change.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope this conversation gave you a clear, practical plan you can actually use to improve your English in the next 3 months.
Yes, thank you for being here with us and for trusting us with your time and your learning journey. We know how valuable both are.
And if this episode was helpful, we have many other conversations on Easy English Talk podcast that support your English learning. Topics about improving pronunciation, building confidence, expanding vocabulary, and developing fluency.
We create these episodes to help you succeed in your English journey. So please explore our other episodes, find the topics that interest you, and keep learning with us.
We are here to support you every step of the way. Thank you again for listening. And remember, 3 months of consistent daily practice can truly transform your English ability.
Start today, stay consistent, and trust the process. You've got this. We believe in you.
Take care, everyone. See you next time on Easy English Talk podcast.